On with the show.
What's going on, everybody? It's another episode of the often imitated, never duplicated Voices of Misery podcast, and of course I am one half of your dynamic duo, the nerds. I'm the nerd and you are
Nerd out.
What is going on? How you doing?
Fine.
You liking the schedule? Just recording whatever the fuck we want during the day?
Whatever, man. It's fine.
Yeah, we'll figure it out eventually. We always get it done, right?
Yeah.
You know, last night I was actually going through the archives of the show. I don't know what the hell happened, but I was just sitting there and I'm like, let me go back.
All the episodes that should be deleted?
No, you know what I was thinking? I was like, and for some reason, I was thinking about COVID-19 and when the podcast really started getting going and whatnot. And I was like, let me go back to when COVID first started and listen to a bit of the show where it happened, just to hear our genuine first reactions. No one knew what was going on. We didn't know what was going on. No one knew anything, right? And we sound like we recorded it now. Back then. Oh,
I know. We never changed our stance on it.
Super consistent the whole time. We were saying shit that people are saying now and finding out for the first time. So I highly encourage people, if you want to hear some Nostradamus shit, go back to March 2020 in the archive. Scroll down. There's a bit of way to go. But scroll down and listen to the episode. COVID is in the title. And it was in March. So it was like March 15th or 16th. Something like that. It was like when it first started.
And that's when lockdown happened.
Yeah, we were both so pissed. You were making fun of how they were buying up all the fucking sanitizer. You're like, it's just a fucking. You were like, it's just a fucking cold. You're sick for 2 weeks and you're done.
I remember being pissed because I couldn't buy, and we always had them in the house. We have them now. Yeah. Like our house is never without them. And to go to a store and not find them, like motherfuckers, you weren't cleaning before. Why you have it now?
I was talking about when I went to the gas station and I found rolls of tissue and I was like the hero of the house.
You couldn't find toilet paper?
Yeah.
Come on.
I fucking had to buy $2 for one fucking roll of tissue because I live with women that have to use tissue every time they use the bathroom.
Well, we're not going to use our freaking hand.
Just shake it off like I do.
Shake it off.
Just fucking whip that thing around like a whip. Just let piss fly everywhere. But yeah, that's pretty. I don't know why the hell I did that. I was just bored, just going down rabbit holes and shit.
Go back to shit that pisses you off.
No, it actually made me happy that we were so consistent the whole time. We didn't change our stance once throughout the whole thing. We never fell victim to this shit. And if we ran the country back then, we would be in. How strong would America be right now if we never shut down? Because we wouldn't have done it. I mean, just listen to us back then, and I was kind of worried. I'm like, it's been 4 years. Maybe we said dumb shit. But no, we were the same fucking people.
Yeah.
So. Other than that, what you been up to?
Nothing. Netflix, well,
take it easy.
It's not a season. I can't remember what the hell. Part 4, I don't know, whatever. It's season 4 of Unsolved Mysteries came out today.
Is it real? Like the original, or is it a new one?
Well, it's got the same music and stuff.
So it's a new show. It's not the original. Oh shit!
And so I'm watching that. I'm 2 episodes in. They only released 5 episodes this season. I'm not sure why. The first one I found very boring. I was so bored. It was Jack the Ripper. I don't give a fuck.
How many times you got a fucking
that was
story on Jack the
in
Ripper?
The 1800s. I don't care. And it's just like, why is this on here? And then at the very end, it's because they're looking for anyone who might have pieces of evidence or whatever from family memorabilia and like all that stuff, because things went over the years. It's been over 150 years.
I recorded them on my cell phone.
Like they don't like things are missing, like letters and photos from crime scenes and stuff like that. So I'm like, I sat through an hour.
Who the fuck keeps a card from the 1800s? Oh yeah, I just have it in an old chest from grandma's stuff.
Well, it could be in someone's attic or something. People find stuff all the time.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I can't even keep a Christmas card from last year.
I was so bored with that. And then the second episode was good. Just woman dies and like it's just like so much fucking blood, but there's like no evidence. There's like nothing, no fingerprints, no fucking like footprints. Like no one knows what the fuck happened to her. She's just laying there dead and blood everywhere. And I'm just like, man, that is fucking scary. Like what happened to that poor woman? So I didn't watch. Those are the only 2 that I watched. I didn't watch the other 3, but so that's about it. And then I got Big Brother on tonight and tomorrow, so we'll see.
Yeah. That's it, huh?
Yeah, Nothing new.
You didn't do anything else. That was it. Did you
why are you
watch the
asking
show
me?
with the kid?
No, that was Sunday night.
So she's not hanging out with you anymore with it?
No.
Oh, Jesus.
No, not the rewatching. She's watching the actual new episodes. Like, she'll be out there tonight with me and tomorrow. But that's about it.
Well, I watched the movie. I forgot the name of it, so I had to type it in real quick. I watched a movie called Knox Goes Away.
Oh, did you finish it? I forgot about that.
I finished it. I didn't have it in my notes here. My notes are kind of all over the place for the show, but Knox Goes Away, it's called. It's on Max. It's a new Michael Keaton movie. Very boring movie.
I thought so. I could only get, I think it was 15, 20 minutes. He was sitting down at the diner with that douchebag from Sons of Anarchy, and I'm like, oh. But I couldn't, that was it. He saw the doctor, and I was just like, I can't. Nothing's happening. Very
sad movie, but very good movie. After a while, it was boring but good, if that makes sense. It wasn't something where action is constantly happening. It's more or less you're watching a guy's mental decline.
See, I thought it was going to be more action.
I mean, there is a little bit. He's definitely a badass, the guy, and you could tell Michael Keaton's character was a real fucking pro at what he was doing. And he's like a hitman, and he's starting to have dementia, and you see it becoming clear as day. And they have a timeline like this is 1 week, this is 2 weeks in, and it cuts to him doing stuff. And it's a really tight. And he directed the movie too. Michael Keaton did. So it really isn't the best movie, but it was good. It's like, I don't want to spoil the movie because if I go too far into the story, it'll just basically ruin the whole premise of what's going on here. But he's estranged from his son, and his son asks him for a favor, and he's trying to battle helping his son doing it the right way and keeping his memory and his faculties about him. He's writing notes to himself because he forgets. Yeah. He has to look at the note and wait, why'd I write this note? And he's got to be really specific so he remembers certain things. I would probably give that movie a B+, even though it was boring for the first part. The story kept me going because I wanted to see how this ended. Mm-hmm. Because who knows, man? We could be going through the same fucking thing, you know? Mental decline. I was thinking a lot about mental decline, man. When I was watching the movie, I'm like, shit, I think in the movie he was probably in his 60s, I would guess, the character. I'm like, that's not too far away, you know? And one day you could be yourself, and the next day you could be losing yourself and becoming someone else. And it's some crazy shit, man, when you think about that, you know? When you're going through that kind of mental stuff. But good movie. I definitely recommend it. Knox is Gone. Check it out, people. And I saw another movie. 10 by 10 it's called. Did you see that one?
Yes.
You saw 10 by 10?
I reviewed it on here and I told you about it a while ago, maybe a year and a half ago.
Is that how it made it to this list?
Maybe. It was a long time ago, but I remember talking about that movie. Yeah. That movie was good.
So we've got this thing going where I'll pick a movie, and I hate picking movies because I don't like to look at this stuff because it's just... I'll just pick the first thing. I don't know if it's anxiety or what. I just find first thing, you know? And I was looking at the list, and 10 by 10 was there, and I'm like, I don't fucking know what this is. And I had no idea how it got in the list. My BFF didn't recommend it. No one recommended this, but it was on the fucking list, so I guess it came from you. And it's been there for a year, and I had no idea. Yep. So I'm sitting there like, fuck it, this one, you know? Mm-hmm. And, man, this movie, I was all over the place on this one. I was like, this guy, why did this guy just kidnap this woman, Beth from Southland? Why did he kidnap her? Yeah.
You don't remember me watching it? Because you came out several times while I was watching it and you kept making comments about her. How
ugly she is? Yeah. No, not at all, man. I don't remember this movie. I don't even know how the hell it came on the list, to be honest with you. It's that Michael Keaton shit's happening to me, too. Yeah, I don't know, man. This movie started off I felt bad for her in the beginning, and I'm like, why didn't she ask why this guy kidnapped her? She was just taking it in stride, you know? It was weird. And the guy became the person I was rooting for after a while. I'm like, yeah, fuck this bitch. I can't believe... And then I was back on her side again, and then I was back and forth on these two people. It's a psychological thriller. It's about this guy who kidnaps this woman. You don't know why he kidnaps her. She doesn't know why. He's asking her this question over and over again, what's your name? What's your name? And there's a deeper story behind it, why he kidnapped her and had this room prepared for her, and why he's so crazy. And he dealt with some trauma that she was related to. And it's just really fucking good, man. Really good suspense. I don't know. I was so all over it. I didn't know how I wanted this movie to end. I was like, I have a feeling I'm going to be sympathetic towards this guy. And I said that earlier on. And then later on, I did feel sympathy. I'm like, all right, cool. But then it ended weird. I'm like, what the fuck? One major problem I have with this movie, though, and man, I'm probably going to catch flack for this, but what do I know? Is that this fucking guy was probably the biggest pussy I've ever seen in a movie. He was getting the shit kicked out of him. Every time he tried to go after this woman or towards her, she beat the shit out of him. Just beat his fucking ass, and it was pitiful. I'm like, I've never watched a movie where I'm rooting for the bad guy to just kill the innocent woman. I'm like, can you beat this woman's ass? Please do it for the guys, man. Do it for the guys. And the reason why I even say this is because you know how they're doing this whole thing with transgender men competing in women's sports and try to say, oh, women can handle it. They can do the same things as guys do. We all know that's bullshit. Mm-hmm. So seeing it in cinema where this woman is handling this skinny woman, and this guy wasn't like a menacing guy, but he was like an average built guy, and she's a very thin woman. If you've ever seen Beth from Southland, very thin woman, frail as hell. And she is kicking his fucking ass. Like, this guy should have opened the door and be like, leave, please, because I fuck with the wrong girl today. He was fucked up. He went after her with guns and knives, and she took them away and used them on him. I think she stayed in that house because she liked whipping his ass. It was that bad. It was so bad. I give this movie a C just because this woman...
because she kept kicking his ass?
It was unrealistic. Like, dude, you're a man. And she was overpowering him. Like, there was this one scene where he had she had a pitchfork to his neck. And he's struggling to push it away. Like, dude, you're fucking at least 200 pounds. And this woman is like 110.
Like, I get all that, but the story was good.
It was
like,
a good story.
She was kidnapped, and the whole time you're trying to, figure out what the fuck is going on. Like, that part of the movie was really, really good. I understand it's, like, a bit unrealistic with the two of them going at it. But, I mean, I remember liking that movie.
It was an okay movie. It was just a fucking suspension of disbelief when you're watching it. You're like, come on, are you really just getting this shit kicked out of you? Just getting the guy's limping. He's all cut up at the middle part of the movie. He looks like he went through the fucking trauma, and it's just like, come on with this shit, man. So it was, I don't know.
10 by 10. That was on Prime, right?
Yeah. I hate Prime and I hate Netflix. I hate Netflix because of how they canceled my Black Summer show that I love so much after like a season and a half. They're like, yeah, we're done. The best zombie show I've ever seen. Watched a movie called The Kingsman. Did you ever hear of this one?
I don't think so, no.
Apparently it's a trilogy of like these spy movies that are really funny. It's by the creators of Argylle made this. And I liked Argylle. It was all right. It didn't have an ass in it, though. No asses in this movie at all. So I was very disappointed they didn't cast that Bryce Dallas Howard chick. This movie was basically a spy film. Doesn't add anything interesting or new to the genre. It was just a fun movie. You know, it's about this guy. He's like a young adult male, and he gets recruited to join this team called the Kingsmen. And with them, they're like a group of super spies, and they train you, and it's like life or death scenarios. It's kind of like being recruited to the X-Men. Where like you have to go to the danger room and do all these crazy tests to become a member of the team. They were weeding people out, and they show them go through all these rigorous tests to become a Kingsman spy person. And they'd go through these crazy end of the world scenarios in these movies. Lots of bullets fired, lots of crazy action, lots of cool shit, man. Really fun movies to watch. Watch the first two. I got to watch the final one and be done with those. And I think they might be doing a fourth one. I don't know. They're fun movies. I'm not a big spy fan.
Is your Biff liking these movies?
Yeah, she's the one that recommended The Kingsman. She, I guess, loved those movies beforehand, and I'm not a spy movie fan at all. I hate, like, James Bond 007. I hate those fucking movies.
Yeah, I never saw any of those movies.
You're not missing anything.
Yeah.
I know some people are, fuck, do you not watch 007?
I've never seen not one.
I'm not a fan of movies where you change the main character all the time. I'm just not. Like the Batman ones, superhero movies I'm not a big fan of really anymore. Recycle the same people, you fucking kill them off or whatnot, you recast them, and it's like, now we gotta go through the whole origin fucking story again, you know?
Yeah, I hate that too.
Yeah, so those movies are pretty good. And I watched Beetlejuice because the 6th, the new one comes out.
Of August?
September.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got time.
Yeah, September. So I just wanted to watch Beetlejuice again and get a little bit caught back up. So I watched it, and I was singing along to the songs at the end. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I hope they don't rely too much on nostalgia, though, in this one. They all do it. They all fucking do it.
Yeah, I don't know. They will. They will.
Do we have to have it like... What movie was it? It wasn't Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters did a lot of nostalgia in the first one. And the second one, too, they keep doing it. What was the other one? There was another one that recently... Oh, Beverly Hills Cop.
Beverly Hills Cop was good, though.
It was a good movie, but I'm telling you, like, if they can't do that again for 5, you can't do the same song, slow down.
Why?
Because it's like you get the Goosebumps moment for the 4th one. You haven't seen them in like 20-something years, and then it's like, okay, we just saw this with the 4th one. Can you not do so much nostalgia and give us new Axl shit without going to the well, those same old jokes, you know?
No, please keep doing that.
See, I can't, like I don't want to see him and Bronson pitch out. Do they get the fuck out of here scene again? It's like we saw it already.
Okay, I will agree with that. Okay.
Like him jumping in the car at the end with the guys. Like
the music I would like to keep hearing, but I do agree with that. Doing like the same back and forth scene.
Yeah.
That has already, like, it was funny to see because
you haven't seen it. So
we
long.
knew it came from one of the other movies. Like, okay, they're doing it again. Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't want to see that either in the next movie. So I will half agree with you.
I mean, like, what's your favorite food? Is probably baked ziti, right?
Yeah.
If someone delivered you a bowl of baked ziti, you may not get tired of it immediately, but after a while, you're gonna be like, all right, can I get some fucking cheeseburgers?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Beverly Hills Cop. It's like, oh, I love that nostalgia. You just saw it. And then you see it again, you're like, oh yeah, it's still kind of funny. And after that, you're like, all right, can we fucking get some original ideas? And then you're not watching after that because you're done. You've seen it already. You're sick and tired of it. You know, you got moderation. But yeah, other than that, man, I haven't been really doing too much. Just enjoying my free time in the days. This is so weird. Just waking up in the morning or whatever and not having shit to do in the daytime, and except for fight with each other.
No.
That's pretty much it.
We don't do that.
Oh, did I say fight? I meant fuck. I know that ain't happening.
That ain't happening either.
Oh, did you want to talk about the house that's coming up across the street? It's coming up quick, man.
Yeah, like it's super quick. Oh my god!
I've never seen a house built so fast.
The weirdest thing happened yesterday with this fucking house. These workers are there all day from the sun's not even up and they're out there freaking hammering. Whatever. We're used to it at this point. It's been like a month, so. They were done for the day, so it was probably around 6 o'clock last night. And I'm out at the kitchen sink. The blinds are open because I like to look out at the street when I'm doing dishes or whatever. And I'm seeing, like, movement over at the house that's being built. And I'm like, what is going on? Yeah. So I'm like, squinting, and I'm seeing this woman who we call Nosy Neighbor, who lives, like, 3 doors down from us, who is all up in everyone's shit all the time. She's the neighbor that knows everything that's going on. She's the one that'll walk her dog up the street and stop in front of your house and just stare.
Just look at your house.
Just to stare. Yeah. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you looking at? And I've seen her do it multiple times. So she's across the street, and I'm looking at her, and she's picking up pieces of wood, like long pieces of wood, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I run to the living room to get my phone. I'm like, I have to record this because, number one, she's not supposed to be over there. Number two, she's like going through the crap. Like, what are you doing? So I grab my phone, and as I'm getting to the sink, I'm seeing her grab this long ass piece of wood and carry it across the street to her house. But it was so quick that I didn't have time to open up my phone and get the camera going. But I'm like, this bitch just took wood from this house that is being built and brought it home. Like, what are you doing? I've never seen anything like that in my life. Like, why are you doing that?
These poor people that brought this home and got it built are going to be sitting there one day, and they're going to, like, push a light switch, and the whole house is going to collapse because that one piece of wood kept it all together.
It's that one toothpick that should not be removed, and she took it.
Ridiculous. These fucking Mexicans that are building a house are going to be looking around, ay, where is it? They're going to be freaking the fuck out, man.
She was picking up all sorts of different wood, and then by the time I got back to the thing, she's just walking back home with it. And I'm like,
yeah.
You can't do that.
Do you think people felt the same way when they saw us walk across the street and take a couch and walk it back over to our house?
No, because you put it in that neighborhood, in that city, you put it on the freaking curb, it's garbage.
Yeah.
So I'm taking it.
Yeah.
If it's out on the curb...
Nice ass couch, we just...
People put their trash on the curb, and people go through because that was the city. People went through people's trash and made a fucking mess and took whatever the hell they wanted. Mm-hmm. That's just where it was. So yeah, we took that freaking couch, and like I still don't, screw you. Mm-hmm. Why are you just putting it out there? No one's sitting there. No one's leaving a sign like, wait, someone's picking this up. Like nothing. You just left it out there.
And that woman is so freaking annoying too, because she'll sit there. And, like, for some reason, whenever we go to the store and we come home, she's always either pulling into the neighborhood or at the store.
Or in her driveway just watching everything we're doing.
It's so weird. And she knocked on our door one time and I freaked her out.
That's probably
I scared her away. And she never bothered us again. I think she might, like, wave once in a great while. She'll give us, like, a quick wave and then, like, kind of skedaddle.
I can't remember what the hell was it. What was it for?
It was when the kids were doing ding-dong ditch in the neighborhood.
And the candy on the cars, right?
And I got fed up and I put like a really long post, like, better watch your fucking kids because something bad's going to happen to them when you're going to knock on the wrong fucking door.
You went on Facebook and had this whole rant with pictures and stuff of what happened to our car. That night, that's right, she came and knocked on the door.
There was like a sticky thing in her car. Like, I don't give a shit if it's harmless. It's my shit.
Yeah. You answered the door and she was like, well, someone on Facebook posted, and you're like, yeah, it was me.
I was like, yeah, it's me. Problem? Get the fuck out of here.
She left so fucking quick.
Gone.
Oh my god. Like, what? Just mind your business.
I'm not going to sit there because these people that put up posts about like cats missing and getting trapped and whatnot, and I'm just like, listen, man, it's a fucking animal, leave them alone. The animals have a place in this world too, But my thing is, like, I have a car in the driveway, and if there's a sticky thing on there, or if you're putting, like, smiley faces with Skittles or whatever the fuck you're doing, just don't, because it's hot out here. It's the fucking South, man. It should have melted my car. I have a fucking problem with my hands here, And I didn't ask for this. You don't know me. I don't know you. There's no reason for you to touch my shit. And I take fucking great offense to that. Mm-hmm. Because we fucking work hard for this shit, We fucking had nothing, and now we actually got something. I want to make sure this shit stays the way it's supposed to be. If anybody's going to fuck this thing up, it'll be one of us, not you outside who doesn't know me. I'm just going to fuck with this guy for no reason. So, yeah, fuck these people. And fuck that woman. Now let's get into some fucking topics here.
She's an asshole.
All right, let's get on into it. This is your favorite segment of the show, and I have no idea why.
I can't stand that bitch, man. She just drives me nuts.
I'm so sick of people, dude. I really am. But that's just another story for another day here. All right, so listen to this shit, man. So this one, I saw this one the other day. This is about the American woman that was found chained to a tree and left to die in an Indian forest with a chilling note attached.
Yeah, what's that about? I didn't see that until today. But I saw pictures and she was like super skinny, man.
Dude, I've never seen someone look so hard. I mean,
gross.
It looks like something that they created for a movie.
Yeah.
It looks like a creature that like the cast is posing with, and you're like, oh, look at how fucking creepy this person looks. Our like Friends reunion when Courtney Cox showed up, they all took a picture with her. That's what this looks like. A fucking creepy looking, disgusting looking person. Who used to be the most beautiful. How the fuck did that happen? She must have sold her soul to the devil and only got like 40 years. Like,
you're never going to let that go.
I want to be the most beautiful woman that's ever been created. And you're like, all right, you can have that for, how old is she now? Like 60? You can have it for about 45 years, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to collect. And you're going to look the way you're supposed to look, and then fucking she ain't Courtney Cox anymore. Something happened to her. Just like something happened to this woman here. So a painfully frail-looking American woman was found chained to a tree in an Indian forest, claiming her husband left her to die without food for 40 days. Lolita Kai, 50, was found chained up in a dense forest in the Schindenberg district of Maharashtra by a shepherd who heard her cries for help Saturday night. They have shepherds. She was taken to GOA Medical College for specialized therapy where she was too weak to speak. But I got time to rhyme. However, she scribbled a note in English saying she had gone 40 days without food in the forest. So this bitch was like, you know what? I don't have food, but I got a pen and paper. So there you go. After her husband tied her to a tree.
I'm still laughing about you saying they have shepherds.
They do. They have shepherds
over there.
They have shepherds. They have fucking shepherds over there. When was the last time you heard an American be referenced as a shepherd?
What year is this, man?
Well, over there, I don't know, man. Authorities believe that the woman, who also wrote of suffering extreme psychosis, suffers from mental health issues. If she didn't have it then, she'll definitely have it now. Can you imagine being chained to a tree? All the weird animals that walk by and probably sniffed her and were like, yeah, this bitch is going through enough. I'm not going to eat her. I'm just going to keep going. She probably smelled like shit and turned the animals off.
Yeah, I don't know.
No meat.
Like, what the hell? She eat bugs that were crawling on the tree? Like, what the hell could she
possibly she's tied to the tree. Probably things that just crawled close enough to her lip where her tongue could reach. That's probably what she was eating. See, and you bitch at me for my little, like, couple day fast. This bitch went 40 days, all right? I don't want to hear it anymore.
Look at what she looks like.
Yeah, I don't know, man. She looks like a fucking dude now. I don't know. She looks really weird, creepy. Holy crap.
Like, super disgustingly skinny.
She was seriously dehydrated, of course. It appears that she was stuck there for a minimum of 48 hours, although she was mute. Jesus, man. Police had to chop down a tree. Wait, 48 hours? Wait, what is this? It appears that she was stuck there for a minimum of 48 hours, but the article says...
40 days.
Saying she had gone 40 days without food. And
so he had her somewhere. She wasn't allowed to eat for 40 days, and then he chained her up somewhere for 2 days?
She had gone 40 days without food in the forest, and her husband left her tied to a tree with an iron chain. I don't know, man. I need to hear more about this story. There really isn't much for this.
Weird.
Because they said she went without for 48 hours. So what is it? I mean, that's a big discrepancy. It's not 48 and 72. Did she only go 2 days? Because who the fuck can't go 2 days? I'm about to double that bitch and keep going for as long as I can, I guess. I don't know, but I don't get it, man. It's fucking people. And why the hell did you go to India in the first? Stay the fuck out of that country, man. It smells like shit and the people are worse. Oh, fucking... Dude, I was watching this thing about Indian culture over there and how fucking scammy they are, how much they hate each other. They're a bunch of fucking haters over there, man. They hate everything. They hate each other. They have no loyalty to each other. A bunch of fucking scam artists and
shit. But they have stuff over there that people want to see, right? Isn't like Taj Mahal or something over there? Like, isn't there certain... I think there's like temples and shit.
Yeah,
isn't there?
Every pile of shit has one kernel of corn in it, I guess. I don't know, man. That's the way I'm trying to fucking explain this shit. It's just a big pile of shit.
No.
I just offended a lot of people over there, but you know what? I don't give a fuck. Stop sending me emails telling me you're going to give me $50 million if I give you my social security number, you fucking scumbags. All right, here's another one for you. Florida school board suspends employee who allowed her transgender daughter to play girls volleyball.
Well,
a Florida school employee who let her trans daughter, so her son, play on her high school girls volleyball team is being suspended for 10 days. So she's getting a paid vacation after the district's board found on Tuesday that she violated state law that said firing her would be too severe. The Broward County School Board voted, yeah, I don't want this woman anywhere near a school. Because if you're going to sit there and do this... all right, let me just finish this and we'll give some thoughts here. So the Broward County School Board voted 5-4 to suspend without pay Jessica Norton's employment at Monarch High School, where her 16-year-old daughter played on the varsity volleyball team the last 2 seasons. She can also no longer work as a computer information specialist, but must be given a job with equal pay and responsibility. It doesn't sound like a punishment to me. So the board found that Norton's actions violated the state's Fairness in Women's Sports Act, which bars transgender females from playing girls' high school sports. It's
so
just
they didn't
crazy.
know for 2 years?
Yeah.
That this kid was on the team?
I'm sure the kids knew. It just wasn't allowed to be brought out to the public eye, I bet. You know how, like, every job has secrets and people,
maybe another parent found out and
sure.
So then they had to do something about it.
The right parent found out and was probably raised hell. Like, why are you guys keeping your mouth shut about this? You see your daughter's getting fucking destroyed and no one says a thing about it, you know, and it went on for 2 years and then finally someone spoke up like that. So our employee made a choice not to follow the law. It was a first offense. We would not terminate someone on their first offense. I did nothing wrong, Norton said. She just wanted her daughter is what you fucking air quotes here, her daughter was just feeling left out. So anyway, this person went there and just dominated this fucking sport. Much bigger than all the other girls, obviously. Injured a few of them, and finally someone spoke up about it. And this woman only got a slap on the wrist, 10 days off, coming back to a different job with better pay. Or equal or better pay.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is she really getting punished?
But it shouldn't just be her, though.
Oh, man.
I mean, the coach and shit knew. The people had to... It couldn't have just been her. There's no way that no one fucking knew.
Do you think the coach cared?
Why is this one... well, they should.
Coach was winning.
They should get in trouble, too.
Coach was winning. They don't give a fuck.
You had this kid on your team.
Mm-hmm.
So they should all get in trouble.
They don't care. So that's exactly what happened. That school was winning. Nobody cared because they're winning. And then one of the teams was like, hey, that fucking dude. That's a fucking dude over there. Well, how do you know? Well, when he spiked the ball, I looked up and I saw under his shorts, I saw his balls dangling.
Oh, my God.
So there you go. I'm so sick of this shit. It's so fucked up, man. And the fact that in Florida the vote was 5-4 is very concerning.
It's because people in like New York and shit are fucking moving.
It is very concerning.
It's going to start changing shit. They're all coming here in Florida.
This whole transgender thing has got me very concerned about the future, more so than the COVID shit did. Because the COVID thing, I mean, I would like to hope that people wouldn't fall for that shit again, even though they probably will. They definitely will. Who am I fucking kidding? But the transgender thing feels more like a fucking existential change in the way we live our lives. You know, it's like this affects the future generations forever now. And they're forcing it so much. And you can tell there's no good that can come of sterilizing people, cutting off their genitalia and not letting them reproduce. There's absolutely no good that can come of any of this. Besides making someone feel good for a couple of years before they commit suicide after they regret the decision that you helped them make. It's just so screwed up, man. Like, this is... We're entering a point now where we're really close to the deciding moment of, like, is this going to be the way our lives are from now on, or are we going to nip this shit in the bud? It's gotten way too big. This transgender shit, this movement, I mean, large corporations are behind it. the government is fully behind this shit. They're forcing it on people. Schools are teaching it in secret in dark corners to the kids. It's just like, all right, what the fuck is happening here? You know? It feels like this isn't going to go away unless you make it go away. There's going to be a lot of pain involved in that. But, I mean, it's either you deal with things now or you just keep enjoying your Netflix and chill and just enjoying life and all the freedoms that it allows you until their freedoms are taken away. They're really trying to do it now. It's just fucked up what they're doing, you know, to these kids and just society in general.
Well, if you would prefer the police not find your bag of drugs, perhaps consider placing the illegal narcotics into something other than a container marked bag of drugs.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
People they're so stupid. So cops report Lauren Riley was a passenger in a car pulled over Saturday morning after the driver was spotted without a seatbelt. It amazes me how good their eyes are that they could see into your window and see that you're not wearing a seatbelt. That always surprises me. Like, I can't see shit. Mm-mm. I can't see in other people's cars unless they're right next to me. Like, how you see that?
They got to be right next to me at a red light for an extended amount of time. And, and I would have to be looking at them in the first place. But, I mean, you really can't see shit.
Cops report... I said that was... Okay, so during the traffic stop, officers noticed Riley, who's 41, moving items around on the vehicle's floorboard. When police peered into the auto, they allegedly spotted drug paraphernalia, which prompted a probable cause examination of the vehicle and its contents. The resulting search, cops report, turned up a bag inside Riley's purse labeled bag of drugs. Inside the bag, cops allege, was a needle, straws, a metal spoon, 4 glass pipes, and plastic baggies with a white-colored residue. A bag inside the drugs bag contained crack cocaine, powdered cocaine, crystal meth, Xanax pills, and other narcotics.
Damn, they got a lot of choices and variety there.
The discovery of the bag of drugs resulted in Riley's arrest on a variety of felony charges and a misdemeanor paraphernalia count. Riley's being held in Florida County lockup. Her bag of drugs is being held in a police evidence locker.
You know what? At least you know what you're getting. It says bag of drugs, or you're not going to pick it up and think it was something else. Like, think it was your lunch for work. You're like, oh, I grabbed the wrong bag. This is the one with drugs in it.
Just so weird. I don't know.
Last
so
week,
stupid.
Our last episode, rather, it was the lasagna.
Yes. Yep.
What the hell's up with people smuggling? Why don't they just say screw it, man? You know, just make them legal, or just vacuum seal the shit, right? Isn't that what they do? They vacuum seal these things. I had some cookies a while back that were sent, and they came vacuum sealed. Very nice, very nicely done. You couldn't smell it. So I don't know why don't they just do that? Go to Walmart and get yourself a fucking cheap ass vacuum sealer and just be done with it. But don't actually send stuff in them. That's horrible. Don't do it. No, don't do it. I didn't ask. It was just randomly sent here. But yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I don't know, man. People are just freaking weird.
Mm-hmm. All right. So a woman, 76... Let's get away from the politics for a minute. A 76-year-old woman was sentenced in a deadly North Park hit and run. So this 76-year-old woman was just really pissed off, I guess, driving around one day. It came months after a deadly collision on a North Park street that residents had been pleading with the city to put up a stop sign. The crash happened on the evening of November 21 when 42-year-old Stephen DeBow was crossing the street at the intersection of Utah and Polk Avenue when he was hit and killed by Donna Jacobs. Now, she was allegedly driving 30 miles per hour when she hit this guy in an unmarked crosswalk and continued to drive for 65 feet with him on the roof of her car.
Whoa.
So Jacobs was arrested 10 days after the crash and pled not guilty. She later changed her plea to guilty of hit and run causing death and vehicular manslaughter without gross negligence. She did not know she hit a person, apparently, is what she said when she went to court, stating she is a domestic violence survivor and thought she was being attacked when her windshield, quote, exploded. The judge stating he did not find her statements in court to be credible. Now, I mean, I've never hit anything while driving a car, but I mean, you're pretty aware of what's going on. To not see a person driving 30 miles an hour, you're not going so fast where things are just a blur.
Yeah, how do you not see, unless they weren't paying attention, obviously, looking out their window, right?
Yeah,
not seeing.
Texting maybe at 76?
Not looking in front of them, so they didn't see the person crossing, and then just know that their windshield exploded, so they could have, if they're not looking, they could have thought something was thrown at their car. So I could see it, but the whole point is you're supposed to be looking ahead.
How do you...
Right?
Yeah.
So you should have seen the person crossing. So you're still at fault, regardless of whether you were thinking you were being attacked or not. You were supposed to be looking forward, and you would have seen them.
But, I mean, you kept driving. For a little bit, you kept driving with this fucking person on the hood of your car. I mean, how do you not know? How do you not know? There's a fucking human being on your car, you know? Do you think...
Yeah, that's weird.
She said she didn't know the guy, but maybe she did. We're not going to get answers from him. Maybe she's just a rage-filled woman who's like, who the fuck is... Just, you know? You're 76. You don't have all your things about you. Maybe there should be a rule. Like after you hit 65, you should be told that you have to get tested.
Wow.
To have certain things. And it's not like a discrimination thing. Like, oh, we're discriminating against old people. No. I mean, we know we have evidence that shit happens. Discrimination is not you know, based off of... It's based off of hate, not evidence. I mean, we have evidence that old people can't do certain things. But you start
losing, like, your faculties and stuff.
Yeah, you start.
Hit the gas instead of the brake, and, like, you know, they don't turn correctly or whatever. Your reflexes aren't there.
Discrimination is like, we can't let those people drink out this water fountain because we don't like the color of their skin. You know, that's discrimination. This is just basically like, hey, we need to keep people safe, and old people are loose. Look at our fucking president. Guy can't even string together a sentence without talking about some weird shit, you know, and most important job in the country right there. All right, I got another one here for you. So this kidnapped Oklahoma woman forced to jump off a bridge into traffic while duct taped.
Damn, dude. She had a terrible day.
So she was abducted and forced to jump off a bridge into traffic in Oklahoma while bound with duct tape, according to authorities. The Okmulgee, that's a weird name, County Sheriff's Office was called to an area near the Deep Fork River Bridge on Thursday after someone reported seeing someone jumping into traffic. Deputies found that the victim was badly injured and needed immediate medical attention. An ambulance then took him to a hospital. After speaking with witnesses, authorities arrested Sean Lunny, 31, the same day. Two other people, Brianna Nomer, 18, and Jason Lawson, 21, were arrested after authorities tracked down a firearm they alleged was used in the incident. A probable cause statement for Lunny says the victim's ex-girlfriend told authorities that Lawson, her brother, and Lunny kidnapped the man and took him to a river to kill him. Authorities said Lawson told investigators that Lunny took the victim to the bridge, pointed a gun at him, and told him to jump off. When the victim survived the jump, Lunny taped his mouth, hands, and feet and forced him into a truck. The two men drove the victim to another section of the bridge. Lunny grabbed the victim and forced him over the bridge while still constrained.
Oh, so this is a man?
Yeah.
Why did I think it was a woman that was abducted? Okay.
Yeah, kidnapped Oklahoma man. That's what I said in the topic, right? I don't know. The court filing does not disclose how Nomer is alleged to have been involved. All three were charged with kidnapping and had to post $250,000 bond. The sheriff's office said the victim had been abducted and forced off the bridge after being bound with duct tape, but did not provide any further details.
That's terrible, man.
Fucking
That's
horrifying. What did they have to do to deserve this kind of treatment? And why do you have to drive this person all over town to kill him? Like, let's fucking get it over with. Like if I'm the person who's going to be killed, and I'm in a car tied up, and they're just driving me around from place to place, and they can't kill me, I'd be like, maybe you guys should find a different thing in life to do, because killing obviously isn't your strong suit. You don't know how to fucking do it. Right?
Yeah, that's weird.
From place to place.
They made him jump off a bridge.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
So let's duct tape him and bring him somewhere. Like, that doesn't even make sense.
I'd be giving him suggestions. Be like, do you guys think about maybe just shooting me with that gun that you have in your hand instead of doing all this dumb shit? Are there even bullets in that gun? I would be insulting him. You're going to die anyway, right? You're already tied up. Eventually, they're going to throw you off of something and it's going to stick. Might as well go out being an asshole, right?
That's terrible.
Like, maybe murder isn't your guy's strong suit, and that's okay. You might be good robbers. You might be able to go rob a convenience. Hey, let's go try that convenience store in the corner. You might be able to do that right, you fucking losers.
Oh my god, that's terrible, man.
Fuck him. How many times are you going to fucking throw this guy off a bridge before you just give up and just let him go home? You survived 3 bridges, we're out of bridges in this town. Hey, how about we abduct you next week and we're going to go to the next town over and try their bridges?
Oh my god. Well, a Power Rangers actor is being hunted by police after shocking video emerged of a suspect shoving an elderly man with a walker to the ground.
It's not that original Red Ranger guy again. Okay,
no.
He was in some shit, I remember, over the years.
Hector David Rivera, who's 35, has been charged with misdemeanor battery following the incident at a parking lot in Nampa, Idaho. Rivera is best known for playing the Green Power Ranger in the reboot of the popular kids' TV show. Was that show really that good that they had to reboot that fucking thing?
I hated that fucking show. I only saw maybe one episode because my nephew was huge into it.
God, like really? There's a reboot of Power Rangers?
Never hated a series more than that shit.
Police said is the graphics better? Like, I remember the fight scenes looking stupid.
I've seen better costumes. I fucking worn better costumes. I was a kid and we were poor and I had the Spider-Man outfit with the yellow back and it was Spider-Man in the front and it was all yellow
plastic
in the back.
face. Oh,
it was basically a 2-in-1 outfit because you can wear it as Spider-Man and then flip it over and become a Lego man. So there you go.
Oh God! Police said he approached the senior who was in his 60s, following a verbal altercation about parking. The sickening footage shows the suspect storming towards the elderly man before shoving him on the arm. The impact sends the man sprawling and his walker clatters down with him. The suspect is then seen pointing aggressively at the senior as he lies on the ground before hopping into his car. Police said he drove away following the dispute. The victim was helped up and was not hurt. Rivera, who goes by the stage name Hector David Jr., was due to appear at Magic Valley Comic-Con this weekend. However, he is not currently listed on the event's website. A spokeswoman said that Comic-Con has just found out about the situation and they're looking into it. As well as a host of TV credits, Rivera also appeared in Percy Jackson and the Olympians, whatever the hell that is. So,
like Lord of the Rings / magic shit.
Don't be looking for him at Comic-Con anytime soon. He's on the run. Like, what a douche.
Did anyone buy tickets for that motherfucker?
It just boggles my mind that, like, you can't keep your temper in check. Like, it sounds like he's been in some shit, right? Mm-hmm. He's been in some decent stuff, probably making an okay living, right? Fucking Power Ranger, but I'm sure he's making some money.
Good money.
Well, it says he was in a couple, multiple things.
I don't know. I mean, if you're the
if
fifth
you're just
person
starting,
on the ensemble cast.
Right, but if you're just starting, and you're on a TV show, and you're going to Comic-Cons and appearances and stuff, like, maybe keep your fucking temper in check.
You would think so.
So you can continue to get more jobs, and maybe the next job will be better.
Yeah.
Like, just stop being stupid.
Yeah. But, I mean, he was like the 52nd Green Ranger on the 100th season of a show with 1 million fucking cast members.
I'm just saying.
Like,
you're on a show, you're going and you're getting paid for appearances. Like, just keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah. It's ridiculous, man. I don't know about this shit. The fucking, Power Rangers, fucking stupid fucking show. Really is, man. And the only Green Ranger I think that made it famous was the one guy who just killed himself not long ago.
Was that Tommy? Yeah.
He was the one that was a Green Ranger and came back as a White Ranger.
Yeah.
And then I think he was every fucking color of the rainbow. He was a trailblazer for the LGBTQ Pride Month shit. Maybe that's why so many fags love that shit, because the Power Rangers got all the colors represented. I don't know, man.
Oh, boy.
I'm just dropping that word freely now. I don't give a fuck anymore. I just don't give a fuck.
I'm sure someone was laughing and spitting out their drink.
Oh, I know our pal. Scott encourages me to say it, and he's gay. He's gay as fuck. And he encourages me to say it. We love him to death. Fucking love that guy. Well, I can't. You know what? I'm very disappointed in him, actually.
Why?
Because he gave us some information that he has a relative here, nearby the area, and said he was going to come here and hasn't come here to visit.
It costs people money to travel.
Yeah, well, he could hitchhike.
And it's been very rainy.
Yeah.
So
it has been. It's fucking terrible. I mean,
really.
Yesterday, it fucking poured out of nowhere. Just the fucking heavens opened up and just unleashed a torrential downpour on us. All right, so I have an update for you. Ready for an update? Mm-hmm. About the Olympics, the Last Supper? Remember that Olympic ceremony with the fucking drag queens? So one of the stars is threatening to sue over the hate that he's been receiving online.
Who are you going to sue?
Everybody, because no one liked that shit. So the drag artist at the center of a Paris Olympics opening ceremony performance that drew right-wing outrage for apparently mocking Christ's Last Supper is firing back.
Was it just right-wing outrage, though? I'm sorry, you were mocking the Last Supper, which is a religious fucking thing. I don't think it's just the right-wing people that are getting pissed off. You can't tell me that people on the blue side aren't going to church.
Stephen A. Smith was on the Megyn Kelly show, and I listened to it. And he was going off. He was mad about it. So it looks like the liberals are losing. And this is the first time I've seen this in years now. They're losing their people in the media now. Like, you're starting to see, like Anna Kasprin from the Young Turks. She's going out there and going against it, and she was super left-wing throughout the whole COVID thing and BLM and the beginning of Pride. Now she's like, wait, they're going too far. You're starting to see some of these people openly saying this in the media now, which is a little encouraging, but I don't know if they're doing it.
I just find it so annoying
falsely.
that they're just blaming, like, right-wing people for big... Fuck off.
That's what they do.
Just, seriously, man.
They artificially create tension by putting people in boxes. Like, okay, so we've got religion. Okay, which side gets religion? Okay, let's just get that to the right wing because we don't like religion, so we don't like the right wing. So let's associate that with them.
Oh my God.
Us left-wingers don't believe in God. We just believe in science. Look at how far that got us.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I have to go take my heart medication because it's about to fucking fail in a minute. You know, these fucking... I don't understand. And we're guilty of it, too, because we fall into the trap of saying, fuck the left-wingers. And it's not all left-wingers. It's just the way that they created this game. And we're on one team and they're in the other team. And whoever's in charge is the real winner because they're watching us all fight each other and yell at each other while they collect money and laugh. You know? It's fucking... And I guarantee you, the people behind the shit that they're pushing in the media and all the crap, like the trans shit... They hate it. I guarantee you we would get along with these people if we had a legitimate conversation. No cameras, no microphones. It was like, how do you really feel? And you can't lie. Mm-hmm. I guarantee you, like, yeah, this fucking trans shit is stupid, but I'm making bank, motherfucker. You know, I guarantee it. I don't know, man. It's just a real fucking son of a bitch is at the top of that chain because they want people sterile and dead. It's just the way it is. Anyway, this transgender performer, whatever the fuck. What the hell is trans drag? What the fuck is drag? Just gay people that wear fucking women's clothes? What the fuck is it?
I believe they just dress up.
Fucking idiots. Anyway, Barbara Butch. I mean, it's not Halloween, but once a year, you fucking idiots want to make it every day, but well, I don't know. So Barbara Butch said through her attorney that she'd been targeted with death threats, anti-Semitism, and fat phobia. All these things you could have avoided if you didn't fucking participate in this stupid shit. So you can target everyone that's religious and things that they hold deeply to heart and insult it with your fucking nasty XXX bullshit dancing in front of children before the fucking Olympics that you know millions upon millions of people are going to watch. But yet you can't handle... If you put yourself out there, you better be ready for criticism.
Man. I mean, did they really think it was going to get cheered? Like, I just don't understand it.
These people, it just goes to show how easily manipulated these fucking idiots that are out there. I mean, Dylan Mulvaney, you give him a few bucks and go ahead out there and just be whoever the fuck you think you are. And you have the full backing of the media. Come to the White House and film shit. You know, it's just so fucking weird. Anyway, since the opening ceremony of the Paris 2024 Olympic Games, artist, DJ, and activist, because apparently those are real jobs. Barbara Butch has been the target of an extremely violent campaign of cyber harassment and defamation. He has been threatened with death, torture, and rape, and has also been the target of numerous anti-Semitic, homophobic, sexist, and grossophobic. Grossophobic. Have you ever heard that word before? There you go. They just made it up. Barbara Butch condemns this vile hatred directed at her, but does not condemn the shit that she said about the Last Supper and what happened there. I don't know. So she's filing several complaints against these acts, whether committed by French nationals or foreigners, and intends to prosecute anyone who tries to intimidate her in the future. So she basically went on Instagram and put this post up where they're playing the victim and how hurt this made them in life. And there was another one here. The performers themselves have no interest in apologizing for what they did. Nikki Doll, a drag queen who served as a torchbearer as well as performing in the controversial segment, posted on his Instagram page Monday morning. The opening ceremony did ruffle some feathers, and all capitals, I love it. You know why? Because the Olympics are the biggest stage in the world, and us queer people have always been the audience of other people's life. An achievement, and it is time that we are welcome in the space. What the fuck did you achieve? You're wearing fucking chaps and dancing in front of children, you nasty
they went out
fucks,
there.
man.
Got their attention.
Have I ever said on the show that I hate these fucking people? Because I really fucking do, man. I really hate these motherfuckers. They're just... so delusional. Absolutely fucking delusional, man. They're insatiable cunts for attention. That's what they are. They're just disgusting, vile fucking people. And I know I just said a disgusting and vile thing, but I don't give a fuck. It's directed towards them, and these people deserve everything I'm saying about them because they're disgusting. They don't deserve your respect. They deserve to be mocked and ridiculed every time you see them. Be like, take that fucking shit off and put some real fucking clothes on. Wipe off the makeup. Be a fucking man. You can be gay. There's nothing wrong with being gay. Just why does all the other shit have to go with it? Why do you gotta force other people and fucking talk to children in weird fairy voices that you made up? Get the fuck out of here, you mentally deranged fucking twat. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Sir, what is wrong with them? We are openly just fucking giving the keys to the kingdom to all these fucking weird fucking mentally deranged fucktards. Go ahead and do whatever the fuck you want. You are empowered. And anyone who stops you from touching children or doing weird shit, we are gonna prosecute them and vilify them in the media and just make them want to kill themselves and make them lose their jobs, their livelihood, their families, and everything else associated with it. It's the sense of empowerment and entitlement these people were given and want more of. It's disgusting. It really is. And like I said earlier in the show, it feels like we're at this point where you either stop it or you don't. Because you either stop this shit and get back to the way life's supposed to be, or you just don't stop it and you fucking let it happen and just become a part of it. And your kids' kids are going to be fucked. I mean, man, this fucking world sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does. And this fucking idiot is probably going to win a small little... I mean, I don't know. Do you think they're going to let this person win some money off a lawsuit? Or do you think this is just fucking false claims? What the hell do you think this is here?
Oh, I don't know, man. Because you go out in public, like, with social media, man, you're going to get what you get.
Yeah.
At the same time, like, a couple of those things were a little harsh. Like, you don't need to be telling people they deserve to be raped and tortured and shit. Like, I mean, obviously disagree if like, whatever. Like, I don't agree with what the fuck they did, but I'm not going to go out there and wish them to be raped and tortured and fucking... Like, people are so goddamn mean.
Yeah, I know.
Like, who would say something like that? I don't like these people either, but I don't wish harm.
I don't wish harm on any of these fucking... I want them to get help.
Like, yeah, like, who leaves a comment like that on someone's thing? Like, that's crazy.
I want these people to get help, seriously, man. Like, whatever's lacking in their life, whatever they think they need... And they're addicts. They're fucking fame whores, man. Like, they just want any bit of attention, good or bad. They don't care. They just need attention. And it's disgusting.
The thing is, once they get the attention, they want more and more and more. So and because that door is open, it's not going to be shut.
And you have to keep lowering the bar.
That's just the way it is. So I don't know what to say anymore.
And the people that consume that kind of content are going to be like, well, we saw you gyrate your fucking balls in front of a little boy's face. We've already seen it. What are you going to do next? What's your next act going to be? And they have to keep lowering the bar. These disgusting fucking people.
I don't know, man. This world has gone to hell that we're putting that on the Olympics.
Well, the good thing about the world is that we all have an expiration date for people that are in it, so it's not forever, man. It's just for now, and it just sucks that we're in our 40s, and this is the second act of our life.
Yeah.
The first act was pretty damn good. I mean, I hate life. I hate being alive. I hate a lot of shit associated with it because it's just and it's not the world that we live in. It's the people that are in it and the way they behave. It really forces my hand to just say, fuck it. I just don't want to exist in this world anymore because of the people in it. It's a beautiful world. It'd be better if there were no people in it, you know?
Yeah.
Can you imagine how beautiful this world would be? Just close your eyes and picture what the earth would look like if there were no human beings here. It'd be fucking beautiful. Fucking beautiful. Green everywhere. Everything would look healthy. The sky would be fucking perfectly clear. The weather would be normal. Animals, it'd be like the Lion King. You know? Cats would probably rule the world. They probably would. Yeah. Dogs are dumb. They'd be the bodyguards at the fucking door, and some cat would be at a throne. The head cat would be there. You know? Fucking dogs would just be like the muscle. I don't know, man. It's just... I don't know. Do you feel the same way? Have you gotten there with life? You're just like fucking... You just hate people in it?
Yeah, I stay in here. I stay in this house. Our bubble.
Yeah. It's fucking nice, man. But... you just got to be careful what you're listening to out there in the media, too. And that's something else I wanted to talk about in the intro of the show. But this one's been kind of all over the place because it's been a pretty just fucking... This is a weird time in our life right now. But I don't know, man. I was thinking about the people that are in the media, and I was listening to the Megyn Kelly show, and I was thinking about this while I was listening to her talk to Stephen A. Smith, and I'm like, can you trust anybody you listen to in the media? Because they all have a boss, you know? And those bosses have bosses and bosses and bosses, and you're really only allowed to speak what they give you, you know? You're reading something on a cue card or a monitor that someone else wrote for you. And I was listening to Megyn Kelly, and she's a really good journalist. I actually really like her. I think she's one of the good ones out there. But it's irritating when she brings on a guest, and it's like, this guest, Stephen A. Smith, works for ESPN, which is owned by Disney. So he wants to keep those lofty paychecks. So he's not going to say what he really wants to say. So why the fuck even have him on the show? Why have anybody on the show? Why do we listen to any of these fucking people that are making a paycheck or making a living saying things? Because are you really going to get the truth from these fucking idiots? You know, are you ever going to get the truth? Can you trust anything you hear anymore? It's crazy.
I don't know, man.
I guess you got to consider the source and trace it back to where it originates from. You're like, oh, yeah, this guy works for this company. I don't know.
I don't like that dude anyways.
No, I hate him too. I just wanted to hear what he had to say because he was on a right-wing show, and it's so rare to see a left and right-wing person talk.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
But they're not going to say anything bad because they don't want to lose their job. So
exactly. So it's like you're watching fantasy. You might as well just put on fucking Walking Dead and watch that shit.
Yeah.
Because you're getting a scripted thing. They have to think about what they say. Oh, I don't want to offend this person. Mm-hmm. And I'm not putting us over because we don't do this for a living. This isn't our fucking livelihood. We don't have a boss to impress for a promotion. So we say what the fuck we mean. And that's something that a lot of shows lack. Like the mainstream ones. Like, who the fuck do you work for? Oh, okay, now I get why you're towing the line or why you refuse to say anything anywhere else. Like, just fucking grow a set. Stop being an asshole.
There you go.
I know you're waiting for that because you love this part of the show. I don't know why you love it so much, but you do.
Because it's the end, bitch. Let's go.
End. And it's hump day, so let's get through with it here. This person wants to know, am I the asshole for telling a parent that their kid is weird when she pushed as to why my kid didn't want to be her kid's friend?
Oh God! Do you say that though? Titles. You don't really say that to the other parent. Your kid's weird. You don't say that. Just like, oh, I'm sorry, my child. Like, you know, I'm not going to force her to be friends with someone she doesn't want to be friends with. Like, why do you have to go and say, well, your kid's weird?
How did we handle that? Weird friends, because there was a couple. I think we just talk to the kid and be like, yeah, we think your friend's weird. Stay away from that one.
No, like who was weird? I don't know. She had friends, but like as long as nothing horrible happened, I don't know.
Well, there was that one you were telling me about. Her name starts with an S. You were like that one.
Jesus Christ! I don't even know who that fuck is. I have no idea who that is.
All right, well let me pause the show because this is important, and I don't want to put this little girl's name out there because that's wrong. So we're going to do podcast magic and come right back.
Why do they call it fast food? It's not fast. It's just fast enough to make you feel bad later. And why do they call it a drive-thru if you end up stopping it in anyway? Come on, people.
And we're back. That is so
fucking
nice.
I know what you're talking about.
That one.
Yeah, that was a few years ago. I did not like that one.
Yeah, but how did we handle it? We talked to the...
I kept telling her, like, you know, I kind of tried to back away from that one.
Yeah, and then we talked to her like an adult should talk to their child, and she agreed. She was like, yeah, this one is weird. And they stopped being friends.
Yeah.
I don't know. You just don't go.
And now that one is in Jenna's school.
Yeah, but they don't associate.
But they don't. They're not in the same class. They don't associate. Thank God it's online.
Mm-hmm. Wait a second. This last name is like the one girl I used to know. Let's be friends.
Oh,
how's she doing? No, get the fuck out of here, man. Leave my kid alone.
Yeah. That was a situation.
My family and I have moved states. It has been a hard move, especially for my oldest daughter, Caddy. I love her name. She's in the 6th grade. The area school district, she's probably Catherine. The area school district has a Facebook account that parents are a part of. I introduced myself when there a while ago. We put Caddy on a cross-country team, and she's been making friends over the summer. I got a message from a parent last week asking to meet up and let the kids meet. They would be in the same grade, and I thought it would be a good opportunity. All right. How do you feel about that? He joins a community Facebook page, and he gets a message like, let's meet up.
Well, I would talk to the kid first. Do you feel like meeting this girl who's going to be on the team in your grade?
Yeah.
Because if not, then I'll just say no. No.
What would you think, though, if, like, because we joined the community Facebook page when we moved here just to see what the hell was going on and to get the dirt. Yeah. But if like, we said, hey, we just moved to this neighborhood, and then immediately get a message, like, hey, want to get together? Like, that's a little weird. I don't know. Like, a little forward. Or maybe we're just weird people and that's normal behavior.
For middle school, high school, I think it's a little weird. For elementary, I don't. Yeah. Because the kids are really young.
Kids figure that shit out, who they want to hang out with. It's not the parents' responsibility to make up little play dates when they're that old, you know?
Yeah, like, I don't know. When they're older, the kids can do it on their own.
Does that make me, like, horrible?
No, I don't think so. When they're older, I don't get involved. You know, when they're young, they're elementary, like, play dates and stuff, and
I just don't want anything to do with the kid's parents. Like, if our daughter brings a kid over and they hang out, then that's fine. They do what they want to do. Mm-hmm. I'll drive the kid home if that's part of the deal. We have to drive the kid. I'm fine with that.
But I would always talk to the parents. We'd be texting back and forth and sending pictures. Oh, the kids are doing fine. Because I like to know, like, if she's not here, what is going on? I like, okay, like, are they somewhere else? Like, what's going? I need to be in the know. I'm not harassing like every freaking hour, but I would check in periodically through the time, like when she wasn't home.
But you're not making friends with these parents either.
No. The one I would talk to a little bit, because they were into wrestling and stuff. And then I would talk to them a little bit. Yeah. And then the one that lived in this neighborhood, I freaking loved her. We got along great. She was awesome, and then she fucking moved.
Well, she's someone that we probably would have hung out with back in high school.
Yeah.
She was cool as shit.
But if she ever went somewhere, I would try to talk to the parents just to see what. But now she's old enough; she's got her own phone, and she can let us know.
Yeah, you figure it out with your friends, and if there's any weird shit that goes down, you let me the fuck know. All right. So we went yesterday at the local pool. I met Melanie, and she wouldn't make eye contact. Was very soft-spoken, and overall didn't seem to be paying attention. Maybe she's autistic. That's a fucking huge thing nowadays. When the kids were playing while I talked to the mom. She's always been in the area and was excited her kid was getting a friend. Caddy came up to me asking to leave since she wasn't feeling well. We left early, and in the car, she admitted to just wanting to get away from Melanie. She explained that Melanie freaked her out. She was very touchy, kept pushing her in the water, was whispering, saying things under her breath, would stare at people and make comments, comparing people to bugs. I'm still confused on what that even means. Caddy told me she was uncomfortable and doesn't want to hang out with her again. And that is your kid's prerogative. Mm-hmm. You don't force your kid to do anything.
No, but you don't go tell the parent your kid is weird, so my kid doesn't want to be anywhere near. Like that's. I would punch that bitch in the face. Like, what do you mean my kid's fucking weird? What's wrong with you?
You don't insult another person's kid because they love that kid, man.
Just say, like, look, I don't think it's going to work out. Like, she's already got friends or something. Like, I would say something. I would not say anything bad about that person's kid, though. I would not.
You'd be honest, but you'd be nice about it. Be like, like they just didn't, they just didn't hit it off. Do you hit it off with everybody you meet? No. We tried and it just didn't work out. Big deal. You go your separate ways. It's not like that's not going to be a lifelong friendship. They're in middle school,
Yeah.
Anyway, the parent messaged me and asked when they could do it again. I told her the girls didn't mesh well and that we will have to decline. She then called me asking what I meant. I told her that Caddy wasn't interested in hanging out since they don't mesh. I was trying to be polite. Oh, okay, so she tried our approach.
So she's trying twice, yeah.
This went on for a while, and she told me that they just needed to be around each other more.
Okay, see, this went on for a while. I would have hung up, but like it was nice to meet you.
Yeah.
The kids are just gonna have to do their separate thing or whatever. Mm-hmm. Have a good night. And hang up. Like this is going. If it went on for a while, it went on too damn long.
Yeah, like we don't know each other. We're not friends.
We don't need to be friends.
Yeah.
Like my daughter's not comfortable, so I'm just gonna end this here. And like, no, I don't need to explain it a million fucking times. Just take my answer and like let's move on.
My thing with this is like if some random person is trying to make something with you, some random person, my go-to line is always, "There's 330 plus million fucking people in this country alone. Why do you have to bother me, motherfucker?
Yeah.
Why me? There's a million people on the street alone. Go fucking talk to one of them. Why? Don't bother me." But anyway, she's still harassing this poor person. This went on for a while. So I meant the kids need to be around each other more. I told her no. It went on for a while longer.
Oh, hell no.
She asked to talk to my husband.
No.
Which is when I snapped.
Girl.
What would be the logic behind this, do you think? Can I speak to your husband?
Because maybe he'll have a different answer. I'm sorry. Usually a husband and wife, usually they agree on something. And I'm sure the husband's going to back her up. What do you think you're going to do?
Yeah.
What do you think you're going to do?
Honey, this girl made a really compelling case over the phone. I think we should let the daughters hang out. I told her no and that I was trying to be polite, but your kid is weird.
Oh, Lord.
Melody makes my kid uncomfortable, and I don't know what the hell is up with her, but we will not have another play date. She went on Facebook, and it's going around about how the new family are jerks. It seems to not be going anywhere, but I'm wondering if I was a dick.
No. I thought so in the beginning, but she's not taking the answer. She's not taking...
Yeah.
She's not taking the no, and now she wants to talk to your husband, and she's like... She won't get off the phone. She's harassing you about it. So at what point... You can only say it nicely so much. I would seriously. I would have hung up. Like she is an asshole. I would not have
so too.
entertained this crap. I would have immediately just let her know in the nicest way possible, and then hung up, and it would have been done. And if you're going to keep calling, I will block your number.
You
like
don't
this
insult
is
a kid like
no.
that. No,
I agree. Okay, so she was an asshole. This went on way too damn long.
Your kid is weird. I mean, because like now she's going to be like, well, there's something wrong. I don't know. You just don't put that out there. That's wrong. You can be a dick to the mom and be like, all right, listen, motherfucker. Obviously, there's an issue with you as well.
Yeah, like
I mean,
this is harassment.
Stop fucking texting me. Get the fuck out of here. I told you 3 times now they don't mesh. Obviously, we're not meshing.
Yeah.
So leave me the fuck alone. There's a lot of kids in this school. I hope your kid finds a friend. It's just not working with my kid. Not everyone's going to be friends. Am I friends with everyone in the world? No. Are you friends with everyone in the world? No. Because there's people that you don't like in life or just don't get along with. That's our daughters. No big fucking deal.
Yeah, this woman is nuts.
They don't have to hate each other.
No.
Yeah.
Should have just hung up on the bitch because
exactly.
No, that's what I would do.
You just hang up. Or if you feel
husband.
like you're gonna get nasty to her. Be like, you dense bitch.
Yeah.
I said no. Lose my fucking number. Don't ever text me again. Get the fuck out of here. Goodbye. Click, and then I block the bitch, and then go about my day. Mm-hmm. Then I go masturbate or something. I don't fucking know. Do something different that I enjoy doing.
All right, so person's an asshole.
Asshole. Very, very good one. I'm so glad you agreed with me. I didn't think you were going to at first.
Well, the thing is, like, she let it go on too long. Mm-hmm. That's why she ended up snapping and saying what she did.
Yeah.
She should have just stopped it immediately, been like, no, it's not happening, and hung up. Like, that's it. You kept going for God knows how long. No.
Yeah, you just don't entertain bullshit in life. If someone's bullshitting you, just fucking end it. Especially a stranger like this. You fucking hung out with the person for a couple hours once. Your kids didn't like each other, and you don't have any ties to this person. You dodged a major bullet, and your kid was responsible. I gotta get the fuck out of here. Let's go, Mom. I don't want to hang out with this person anymore. They're weird. End of story.
Yeah.
She would be the world's worst mother. No, you're gonna be friends with this fucking girl. No.
Yeah, I can't imagine ever doing that to my kid.
All right, what are you gonna be up to for the next couple of days?
I'll probably finish Unsolved Mysteries. I got 3 more episodes to go, and then Big Brother tonight and tomorrow. I think that's it.
Well, there you go.
That is it. Yep.
I'm happy for you.
Yay.
Fucking great things to watch. I'm going to finish watching Kingsman hopefully today. I'm going to watch the last one of those movies. And then Supernatural, season 12 now. So that's almost done. I'm very upset about that one. I'll probably just end up just going through and actually watching all the episodes this time, maybe. I don't know. Other than that, just hanging out, just enjoying these days, man. I mean, this video game that we've been playing is so fucking stale and boring and dead now to the world. They're
just waiting for September. That's it.
It's so boring right now. You could have so much fun and then instantly just get dried out and bored with it.
We had like a good 2-3 weeks. We were
non-stop.
loving life.
We were having fun.
And then everyone got overgeared and left.
Everyone's like, yeah, fuck it. We topped off. Let's wait for the next thing. They have to raise the bar again. But side note there, our pal JJ answered the call about this D&D game stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently there's an app, and our pal's been in a group with people playing. Oh. Gave me some deets on this.
Some deets?
Some deets, some screenshots.
Do you need some costumes?
The one thing that draws me back with this, and it's because I'm just an old man now, and I just become so jaded and hateful towards people.
Are you all old?
I don't know. I don't know people's ages.
You can't be playing with children, you know?
No, definitely not. I would have to get the ASL first
please.
Beforehand. I have to get the ASLs.
Be very careful.
I need fucking picture verification. Please fully clothed unless you're hot.
Oh my god.
No, what the hell was I going to say? So yeah, this thing, it's like they use a voice chat to do it.
ASL.
Yeah, ASL. What the fuck does that mean? Are these your pronouns, ASL? Is that some disease you were diagnosed with? But yeah, they use a couple different apps, and one of them has your character stats and shit on there, and then I guess everyone just gathers in like some chat room and just does voice chat with it. So I don't know if I don't like when there's multiple people talking, because it's just like you're trying to focus on one, and then everyone else is butting in, they're burping, they're laughing. No one fucking knows how to use the mute button. It just sounds like a clusterfuck to me.
Yeah, but he's telling you about it, so he's involved, so he must have fun, right?
Yeah, apparently
it must not be that bad.
Apparently his group is really inconsistent. People cancel all the time when they're supposed to meet up and have no shows and whatnot.
So then the two of you need to start your own group.
It's got to be really tight knit.
Put like a
We gotta
Batman
look up some
signal
stuff.
out, you know?
Yeah.
See if anyone responds to you.
You must know how to use the fucking mute button and let the game master tell the story, damn it.
There you go.
You gotta get a good game master, too. You gotta get one that's creative and does the shit right and that does funny voices and shit, you know? That's what you need. The monster comes up and they just fucking bust out some demonic thing and just to get you involved in the story, you know? That's the way to do it, man. And you gotta get really fucking high, too. Like, mine is kicking in right now. So let's wrap this up here. Tell them where they can find us, in the time for the show on Friday is going to be live, right?
Yeah, 6 o'clock Eastern on Podbean on Friday.
Yep.
We'll be live. You can find us at Voice of Misery on all platforms and voicesofmiserypodcast@gmail.com.